You want to focus your energy on building the best quality product that you can, yourself being the product, instead of spending all your energy chasing after what you want, and all that energy that you're wasting chasing not going towards building and improving yourself. So you're wasting it. It's definitely important to get that barrier of embarrassment, eliminating the, I guess you could call it approach anxiety. No, approach anxiety, approaching your goal, the anxiety of approaching your goal. But once you have showed yourself that you're someone that's going to take action when the opportunity presents itself, you really want to stop wasting your time and proving to yourself time and time and again that you're not someone that's going to shy away from when the opportunity presents itself to you. That's it. You don't want to waste too long chasing. I wasted way too long chasing, reaching out, trying to get things that I kind of wanted, but it's not exactly what I want. So I lost out on being the best possible product that I could have been at that time, because I was spending too much energy going out chasing something that I kind of wanted, instead of building the life that I really wanted, or building the person that would reflect the exact life that you want. So that's it. You got to prepare yourself. You got to build yourself up. You got to spend all your energy, all that energy that you are wasting chasing and distracting yourself. Instead of wasting all that energy, you should put it all towards building yourself up, improving your skills, studying, learning, or resting if not, protecting your energy. That's also very important. You don't want to mix with all kinds of energies, because as much as you put out, others put out onto you as well. And as much as we send out, we also absorb energy. So we'll be putting our energies out, but we're also absorbing energies from outside. It's important to protect your energy, because you've got to have a strong kind of force field around you to stop yourself from absorbing all the bullshit that's in this world. A lot of people, that's it, like with the whole contraction expansion thing, when you're expanding too much, you're wearing yourself too thin, your energy shield gets too thin, and you're allowing all these negative energies into you. And that's what happens to a lot of people, I believe, when they're on drugs and stuff like that. They're blowing holes in their energy shield. And there's another side argument to that, which I'll quickly add on to in a minute. You're blowing holes in your energy shield, and then you're allowing the negative energy into your life. But as well, there could well be that there's entities, positive and negative, energetic, and they come in the form of thoughts and feelings. And it could well be that when you're looking after yourself and you're really building yourself up, them thoughts and entities are attacking you to try and get you to break yourself down. That's why you get all these negative or this negative self-talk when you're trying to stay sober, or a lot of the negative self-talk goes away when you're drinking a drink or having a joint or whatever. You know, like, you kind of numb the anxiety then and silence the inner voice by taking a medication. And I think them negative entities could be that when they see that you're destroying yourself, they kind of leave you alone, they fuck off. It's just a theory. I'm not saying it's exactly the case, but it's an interesting way of looking at it. Let's just put it like that. Doesn't necessarily have to be exactly that way. But yeah, if you, instead of focusing all your energy on going out and chasing the people that you want to have in your life, or the people that you kind of want to have in your life, and the life that you kind of want to live, you should focus on being the person that deserves the exact things that you want out of life. Of course, you've got to figure out what they are. But then once you figure them out, you've got to put all your effort into being that person, and sacrifice everything that is not conducive to being that person and having that life. So you've got to build that person that deserves the life that you want to live, and that deserves to attract the people that you want to attract. The great thing about that is then you attract all these things into your life effortlessly. It just happens automatically. You don't have to do any chasing. You don't have to do any clown dances. You don't have to do any weird mind games or anything. You can just literally takes zero effort, just being yourself, and that is the most satisfying way of attracting someone. into your life, or attracting jobs and opportunities, businesses into your life, because it's literally organic. And it's so fulfilling to live like that. That's exactly how you should aim to live, I believe. Instead of going out and fooling and tricking people to stay in your life, or fucking people over to make a bit of money and stuff. Build yourself up to the point of having amazing skills, people skills and communication skills, self-talk, you know, mindsets. Be your own best friend. Be resilient, strong, disciplined, noble, respectful, humble. All these things need to be implemented into your core. That's what it is. But once you've actually implemented them in a solid way, and I'm by far not perfect, I'm way off perfect, but I've been doing it for a long time, for long enough time for it to start to be reflected in my personality now. Luckily enough, thank God, I'm so blessed. That's it. You want to focus on building all them attributes, because with all them attributes come the person that you want to be, the exact person that you want to be. And the exact person that you want to be will attract the exact people that you want to attract as well. And them people will be happy to be attracted into your life. They'll be grateful. They'll appreciate having met someone like you, someone that's took the time and effort to build themselves up to a point that most people won't ever do, because it takes so much effort. And a lot of people, when you're starting off, are going to be laughing at you and basically trying to pull you down. But there comes a point where you just got to not give a fuck what the other people think. There comes a point where you've got to make the decision and be like, I'm the one that's taking the reins now. I'm the one that's taking charge of my life. I'm not letting other people dictate whether I should be doing one thing or another thing. And don't get me wrong, I'm giving you advice in this video, but I'm not telling you what to do, okay? So don't be like some people do, you know, where I'm saying, like, for example, put the phone down, and then they're like, well, you're making a video on the phone, and we're expecting us to watch the video on the phone, and then you're telling us to put the phone down. What are we supposed to do? Come on, seriously, use the advice. I'm not telling you to live your life or how to live your life. I'm just giving you the exact information that's going to help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. There's only one way, really. Discipline, consistency, hard work, positive mindset, all these things. You got to have every single idea that's on this personal development, self-help thing. You've got to have them down to a T. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like, you put out a positive video, and the only thing that the person is able to take from the video is the one negative point that is on the video. Do you know what I mean? Ah, mate. Some people crack me up, man. I mean, I understand it as well. It's fair as well. It's a fair point. It's a fair point. For example, when I made that video a couple months ago of, like, put your phone down. Obviously, I'm expecting you to watch the video on your phone, most of you, you know. But at the same time, all I was saying is don't doom scroll, you know. So there was solid advice there. It's 100% solid advice. It's just people are going to take it the wrong way. It just is what it is. So it's just part of the collateral damage. It's part of the waste that goes with doing things, you know. It's like anything. You build a business, there's going to be waste. You build a house, there's going to be waste. You buy loads of food, you're going to waste some of it, you know. It just is what it is. It's not all 100% positive, sadly enough. But yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to focus your energy. Instead of going out and chasing, attract what you want. And to attract what you want out of your life, you first got to know what it is that you want, and then think of what that person would be that attracts the things that they want. What kind of attributes do they have? How do they conduct themselves? What kind of thoughts do they have? What kind of beliefs do they have? What kind of habits do they have? What kind of standards do they set for themselves? And then you've got to implement them into yourself. But it takes a lot of time, really. It takes a decent amount of time and consistency and hard work, effort, action. That's what it takes. And getting the reps in. And when you've done that for an extended period of time, I chop it down into 6 months. I believe it's actually like 6 month periods where you're like kind of get tested, you know, like you get tested every 6 months. Those are the chunks that you kind of want to break it down into. But that's how extended you have to be to see a little bit of a result. Like 1 6 month period is not that much in your life, and there's not going to be that much growth, but if you're going in a negative spiral, to get you up into a positive spiral is going to be a noticeable difference, just that. And yeah, there's just infinite levels of growth and exponential growth and that, you know. So that's it, man. I mean, people are going to sit here and say that this is bullshit and it's all scammy and whatever, but what are you going to do then, mate? You're going to just sit down on the couch and do nothing, drink a couple beers and be toxic and negative about life and everything? Or are you going to actually take action and put effort into building who you want to be? It's like I say, there's two of you. There's the one that takes action and there's the one that doesn't. And I'll meet you in 6 months' time when you've been taking action daily or you haven't been taking action daily. And it's going to be two different people. It's down to you. Do you believe or do you not believe? Do you believe you can do it? Do you believe in yourself? If you believe in yourself, then start taking action. That's it. And it's nobody's cut from a different cloth. It's just down to you. You've got to believe in yourself. It's the power of the mind. It just is what it is. It's like a fight against positive against negative, and that's just the daily struggle, lifelong struggle. That's it. The daily lifelong struggle, positive against the negative. There's never going to be a day where you don't wake up and have some negative person be like, oh, this is bullshit. Oh, this is not true. This is a lie. This is a scam, whatever. Yeah. That's what that belief is. Look around you and look at what that belief has gotten you. Start believing in yourself. And other people that are like mocking this and that and not really achieving anything with their life, if you've got other people like that in your life, you kind of want to separate yourself a little bit from them types of people, because they're, like I said earlier, with the energies, kind of you absorb other people's energies, you kind of absorb the other people's energy. So you really want to protect your energy in that sense as well. That's it. If you're serious about really wanting to become who you want to be, you eventually just got to block all that energy out. I'm not saying you got to block that person, but you got to watch out at least how much time you expose yourself to that person, because it's rubbing off on you, man. Just like you rub off on other people, it's rubbing off on you. And yeah, man, you got to be positive. I believe that's how it is. I'm convinced. I've seen all sides of the coin now. I've seen what being negative and toxic brings you, and I've seen what being positive and productive brings you. And I'm telling you, it's infinitely better to be positive and productive and adding value and that type of person that has discipline and is respectful and humble. And that's it. I'm addressing the people that are negative and toxic just so that you have like a little bit of a framework on how to deal with them. But you don't want to focus on that as well. That's just like basically knowing what to deal with, and that's it. Just knowing that they're there and accepting it is what it is, and hopefully one day they'll snap out of the silliness. And that's it. Just not letting it affect you. But you've got to put effort in this. The amount of effort that you put in will be reflected in the results that you have in your life. So the more effort you put in, the better the results will be. The thing is, people give up when they don't get immediate results because they expect results within the first couple of weeks or first couple of months. It's like, yeah, I've been trying hard, man. I tried hard since last week. Come on, seriously. You've got to understand this is going to take literally years. But once you start getting the ball rolling, you start getting used to building these habits. It's not as much effort to break the other habits, you know. You're not using as much effort to build the habits, the new habits. It's not as difficult. I think the hardest part might be just changing from negative habits to positive habits, and then it's like a different kind of difficulty, where it's more staying consistent is more difficult, you know. Like that's another complexity, the staying consistent and disciplined over extended periods of time, because motivation comes and goes, but you don't really want to rely too much on motivation. You want to rely on your own self-discipline, willpower muscle, but that's developed over time. Yeah, so you want to develop that willpower muscle and all the habits that need to be implemented into your life to become the most attractive person that you could possibly become at that period of time, because it's always, the next level is always achievable. You know, there's never a ceiling to that, to being an attractive person. But I'm not just talking about attractive to the opposite sex. I'm talking about attractive in all the senses of the word. Attract positivity into your life, because at the end of the day, we are attraction. We're like magnets. Each human being is an attraction generator, and depending on what you do, the effort that you put in, you're going to attract whatever work you're doing, basically. Whatever vibe you're putting out, whatever effort you're putting out, or non-effort, you're going to attract that into your life one way or another. And some things take a longer time to be attracted than others. It's like if you want something big, you know, if you're trying to attract Jupiter, it's going to take longer to attract Jupiter because it's fucking big, isn't it? So it's the same thing. If you want big goals in your life, you're attracting something big, it's going to take longer. But the harder you work and the more effort that you put in, the more attractive you're going to be, the stronger the pull is going to be. And the more efficient and effective you're going to be at attracting that thing. And it comes to a point where you get so proficient at this, you get so good, you cut off all the fat, you've only got pure quality material. And then you keep refining that, you keep polishing the diamond and just keep polishing it. Eventually you get to a point where you're so pure that you reflect the exact thing that you want in your life. And it becomes effortless to attract that thing. That's what you want to focus your energy on putting pressure and building the diamond and then polishing the diamond and making the diamond shine as much as possible. Instead of wasting your energy chasing and like scraping and clawing at things that are not even wanting to be in your life. And you've got to put double effort in just to keep them in your life. No, don't waste your energy. Focus your energy on building the quality product so that then the things that you attract into your life want to stay there, and they'll put an effort into staying there, and they'll put effort into improving the quality of your life as well. They'll add value to your life instead of you having to spend and waste to keep them in your life. They'll actually add value into your life because they want to be there. That's the thing. You've got to figure it out, man. Understand. Believe what I'm saying is true. It's true. You've been fooled, man. You've been fooled. Another one, a big one. Stop going to the club. It's a massive waste of time. The more time I spend away from clubs, away from the nightlife scene and all that, I see it's just a distraction. I mean, obviously, yeah, you can have a bit of fun and celebration time's good. It is good to celebrate life. Of course it is, man. From time to time, you got to celebrate life. But at least not on a weekly basis. Especially not if you're not at the point in your life that you want to be. And you're going out and distracting yourself on the weekend. It's just like, well, fucking hell, mate. What's the point? Like, you're making so much effort you're putting so much effort in the week, like working hard and stuff like that. And then all you're doing is blowing all that effort that you've put into building yourself up to a certain point. Even if you're not enjoying yourself, you're not enjoying your life, and you're going out just to forget it, you got to understand that that's not the way, bro. Because all you're doing is you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, and that precious time that you could be spending resting in the weekend and gathering your thoughts and energy to then put it out again into the next week, you're wasting it by not sleeping, being around people that are destructive, destroying your own body with substances or whatever you're doing, and mixing with the wrong kind of energies. It's just all downside, aside from fucking up your sleep schedule as well a little bit, because if in the week you're working day jobs and then in the weekend you're out at night, you're kind of screwing up all your sleep schedule, and then it comes to Monday and you're hungover, tired, fucked up, probably don't have that many great memories, It's just not worth it, mate. I saw an interview by that Michael B. Jordan, the guy that was in Superman. I think it was the one that was in Superman. And I see that he was talking about not partying. And I've already not been partying for a while. And I already noticed that it had a very positive impact in my life to avoid that. And I saw that he said that he'd been focusing really hard, and that he'd not been going out to the parties for a long time. He said something like that to avoid parties. And that's why he elevated himself to that level. And I believe him. You've only got to see like him now, like what an amazing guy, you know what I mean? Like, he's done an amazing movie. I mean, like, the results speak for themselves. But that's it. You just got to focus all your time and energy into being the best possible version of yourself, and that will compound. All them little micro decisions that you make, all the little extra actions, everything adds up. All the things that you say no to, so all the things you take out and all the things you put in, it's all part of the smoothie, man, the smoothie that is you. So make sure you take out all the shitty ingredients and put in all the good ingredients only, and then keep putting in only good ingredients. Keep mixing only good ingredients and refining the good ingredients. Good information, man, good information. Any kind of information that is not conducive to you achieving your goals and being the best version of you, you need to cut it off. People trying to put doubts into your mind, you don't need that. You're already putting doubts into your own mind. You don't need other people's doubts as well, do you? And plus, people can't see what's in your head, so don't worry about what they got to say. Obviously, unless you're like trying to fly or something. But yeah, when you're on this path for an extended period of time, then that's it, man. It's true. I remember Brandon Carter as well saying about this, saying that he wasn't chasing women. He doesn't chase women. And obviously, I mean, look at him. He's a tall fucking black guy, like muscles, ripped up. And of course he's gonna, like, he would have massive success going out and chasing women if he wanted to. But it's a waste of time. It's true. Better just build himself up like he has done, and then attracting someone that's really high quality as well. That's it. You want to attract high quality, you got to be high quality. And the attraction is effortless. It's just relaxing into it. It's not getting in your own way. That's how you attract something of high quality. It's just letting it happen. It's like two magnets pulling together and just not pulling on the magnets, or not putting anything in between the magnets. But yeah, my recommendation: wake up early, train hard, work hard. Doesn't matter what job you're doing, work extremely hard at that job. Aim for the highest possible good daily. Practice gratitude. That's huge, because as you improve and as you keep getting better and better, you're going to be getting results, you're going to be getting things. And if you're not practicing gratitude, you're not going to be grateful for the things that you've got that you once wish you had. You'll never be happy, you'll never be satisfied, because you're not practicing gratitude. You've got to practice gratitude. It's like anything, you know, it's like a muscle. You just got to practice it, because the more you practice it, the more grateful you're going to feel as well on the day-to-day, and the more reasons that you'll have to feel grateful. And as you're feeling more and more grateful, you'll be given more things to be feeling grateful for as well. It's like trippy how it all works, but practice it. It's like this Stephen Curry's wife. She's got NBA athlete husband, whatever, you know, like top of the chain almost as far as it comes to men. I mean, it doesn't get much better than a professional athlete, millionaire professional athlete in the NBA. Attractive dudes, you know what I mean? And then some other guy comes in, I don't know, it's like in an interview. I've only seen this video on the surface level. I don't really know what the ins and outs of the video are, but basically some dude comes in without a t-shirt on, and she's pretending to take her ring off. And I know, yeah, it's just a joke, but at the same time I thought to myself, it's disrespectful. But then again, who cares? Like, who knows what kind of dynamic that they have, and that it could just be just like a light-hearted joke. Doesn't really make it's not as deep as what people might be making it out to be. But still, at the same time, you think she's got an NBA husband or whatever, like NBA athlete, basketball player husband, whatever, and she's not grateful for that life that she's been given, basically, because without that guy, who would she be? She'd probably be with some other dude that's also doing well for himself, because obviously she's an attractive girl, so she's going to be able to attract some dude that's doing well for himself. But at the same time, I can tell she's not practicing gratitude to the point that she should be practicing, because otherwise she wouldn't care if some other dude came in with, you know, like muscles or whatever, looking good, because she'd already be grateful for what she had, instead of looking at what she doesn't have when that dude comes in or whatever, you know, like finding, I mean, I guess it's fine to find other people attractive, but I thought it is kind of disrespectful. If you care about another person, you wouldn't do that, even just to not harm the other person's feelings, you know, if you're with them in a relationship, isn't it? You've got to contain yourself. She's like doing all these jokes and that, looking pathetic, really. Yeah, I mean, you've got to cut off the temptations as well. You've not got to allow the temptations in. You whack-a-mole, you know what I mean? Whack-a-mole. As soon as the tiniest thought or slither of temptation comes in, you just whack it on the head. That's like they say, don't trust anyone, not even yourself. So that's what that means, is don't put yourself in temptation's way. Lead us not into temptation. So that woman, she's allowing temptation in, okay? And that's where the subtleties in the behaviors are. That's where one image can give 1,000 words. You know, she's inviting temptation in by doing these silly little jokes. Temptation's there, and she's inviting it in by pretending to take her ring off and acting all flirty with the dude. So it's only a matter of time before the barriers are blurry, and then they get crossed. You want to stay within the guideline. You want to stay within the parameters. Once you let yourself get veered off outside the parameters, it starts getting blurry and you cross the parameter, you're outside, you fucked up. So that's the same thing with temptation. You're inside, like you've got the tunnel vision, whatever. As soon as you see something that's kind of like in the periphery, you got to just whack it like a whack-a-mole. Just don't even let it come into your periphery. You know, whack it away, boom, boom, boom. You've got your goal in mind. And the same thing is applied for marriages, like successful marriages, successful relationships. Temptation, you know, don't invite temptation in. Lead us not into temptation. That's it. That's how successful marriages work. People don't allow temptation in. But yeah, I mean, like a lot of the videos, I'm a little bit all over the place with the subjects, but it does all kind of weave in together. And basically what I'm talking about is being hermetic. You've got to be hermetic with yourself and your values and who you want to be at a core. If you really want to achieve something that's meaningful to you and that's going to be long lasting and that will add value to the world in a sustainable, long lasting fashion, you've got to be hermetic, sealed from all the external bullshit. You got to be clean. And then when there's something that you want added to your personality, you open your seal, let it in, and seal yourself again. Hermetically sealed. Okay, that's a big thing. I think it's important. You've got to be hermetic in yourself. Your body's your temple. Look after it as much as possible, and it's very important. Okay, another important thing that you need to do, you need to figure out what your message is, the kind of things that you want to be remembered for. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, because that's an ego thing. Legacy's an ego thing. I'm not big on the whole legacy thing. I'm not big on all that, really. It's just an ego thing. But at the same time, you're going through life, so you want to have some form of impact. No, you don't want to be a piece of shit. You don't want to be someone that's negative. You don't want to be bringing out negativity in other people. So you want to figure out what it is that you want to bring out in other people, what it is that you want to be remembered for. Ideally, you know, think of an ideal. What would be the best possible thing that you could be remembered for? And then just aim towards that. Figure out what that message is exactly. Figure out what it is that you want, what kind of energy that you want to put out that would make an impact in other people. Ideally, it's a good message. When it's a good message and you're putting all your effort into putting out a good message, you get aided. I believe the universe aids you in putting out the good message. It will test you to see if you're really real and genuine. But once it sees that, like, you're being part of the positive movement, Well, you'll get tests, but you also get rewards if you pass the tests. I think if you're joining forces with me, if you're following or subscribing or whatever, you're aiding towards a positive movement that is my movement of me putting out my positive message. So that's also just a positive thing to do, I believe. But you got to figure out what it is your message is, what you want, what kind of vibe you want to be putting out. Figure that out and then purify it so that it's exactly who you are, one of one. That's what I'm talking about, one of one. That's when you become truly attractive, when you are one of one, when there's no one can be you because there's only one you. And then you become the best version of you. It's just the sky's the limit, man. The sky's the limit. You're gonna attract all kinds of opportunities into your life. So get to work. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video there. Thanks for watching. If you got to this point, I appreciate it very much that you spent your time to listen to what I've got to say. You got to put it into action. You can't just listen to it and then move on to the or just not put it into action eventually. You know, you got to take action. Like, use this as a motivation to take action. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, follow my TikTok page. If you're not on TikTok then, and you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to keep putting good quality information out. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.